A good midday. Roger Hill, Weathering Heights Consulting, VELCO Weather Hazards Forecaster. Big picture, looking at this upper level low that's up in near James Bay or Hudson Bay, Canada, and driving the coldest temperatures across Canada and keeping those temperatures up there as we have almost a zonal flow that is west to east. It really pushes in from California. A lot of jet stream energy has been affecting the west coast much more, but currently right now we have this trough that's kind of working along and down the west coast, providing more precipitation, ample precipitation in some locations in the Sierra Nevada, for example, with a good snow buildup. For us, however, it brings warmer temperatures, and this west to east zonal flow is going to be with us. We do have a weak weather system. These are two kind of weather systems getting together, relatively weak, not that potent, but they're going to linger. In fact, once it starts to rain, it looks like on Tuesday afternoon, the raindrops are going to be with us Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and into Thursday before finally pushing on out of the region. There could be a minor mix of some wet snow, and mainly in our local higher terrain. And eventually some of that could make it down to the valley floors, but we're talking basically under about 4/10 of an inch of precipitation. So this wet snow is kind of a joke. And that's the other thing. We're looking at probably no snow on the ground in many locations in the state of Vermont. Very unusual going into the first week and almost into the second week of December. And we are currently undergoing a pretty nice day. You can see there are some snow showers and flurries up to our north. Not a huge deal. Some of the more potent conditions up across California, and cold enough to even produce some snow in southern parts of Oregon and also in Washington. So pretty cold conditions here in the Pacific Northwest, and again, cold enough to produce a little bit of snow, even almost to the coast. Our area, not going to see that. Let's get to the latest computer modeling. ECMWF, the European model, on the left-hand side. We have the GFS deterministic on the right-hand side. And as we run the model here from this afternoon onward into tomorrow, we can see we're going to start to pick up some moisture here. Looks like the influx is primarily going to be rain, and so we're not really worried about anything at onset, as the arrival time will be probably sometime around midday or early afternoon. And as that rain shower and shower activity makes it in here, it'll be kind of a steadier rainfall, as we'll start to see a little bit more infeed from the Gulf of Mexico, and this ridge of higher pressure relenting and moving off the coast. So running the computer model through Wednesday, we go with rain, and then the backside a little bit of a break, and then we're still seeing a little bit of sprinkles or light rain shower activity, maybe just a tiny mix of snow. We're talking about maybe a couple hundredths of an inch lingering into the day on Thursday. Again, it could be rain on the valley floors, a little bit of wet snow in the hills, but nothing real serious. We're talking again under 4/10 of an inch. And then finally, this area of higher pressure is going to start to build into the region. Now, you might notice some modeling discrepancies here. These are offset, and so the European is going to signal this 1039 hectopascal high temperature pretty strong, and it's going to ridge into New England and make this system go off to its south like that. And we have a lot of blocking in the parts of the North Atlantic over toward Greenland. And this is setting the stage for what could be some colder weather pattern, maybe set the table for more snow around the corner. Nothing in sight at this point in time, however. Looking at this is the 3-hourly QPF for the GFS ensemble, centered on the grid point of Montpelier, and you can see its main focus here, starting during the morning hours tomorrow, and then continuing, maxes out, and then kind of a slow process of getting out of town. So this is roughly into Thursday. We have a little bit of a break in the action for Friday and into Saturday, and then some more gibberish around the corner. This is kind of all suspect. Would want to show you that this is primarily going to be all rain, precipitation type. Yes, indeed. And precipitable water looks like this. It's a pretty significant amount here, 9/10 of an inch precipitable water. That's about 1 to 2 sigma, however. That's not a big deal in terms of the standard deviations. And then we get a whole lot drier on the backside of that system. Now, looking at the 850 temperatures about the top of Mount Mansfield, Anything above that typically is rainfall indeed. Anything below that is typically snow. So possibility of some snow around the corner, but again, there's a lot of model discrepancy, and I can kind of show you that with the temperature pattern here. As you can see that we kind of lose a lot of our outlier. There's quite a bit of range. The European wants to take temperatures much colder by the time we get to this coming weekend. So of note, we'll keep a close eye on that. Looking at the Weather Prediction Center 7-day total quantitative precipitation forecast or accumulated precip, we're looking at the melted precip here. This is this green line is about 5/10. This is 1/4 of an inch. So 1/2 inch, 1 inch amounts, nothing real heavy duty. This is where the heavier rainfall is going to be, much to our south. Looking at the Climate Reanalyzer University of Maine with the 2-meter temperatures at surface, our standard measuring operation here. We're looking at temperatures above normal. And the next 5 days of high temperatures, the meteorological output statistics, our MOS showing temperatures running about 9 degrees above normal as we continue this extremely mild winter, at least start to the winter. And then finally 3 days later, we just kind of continue in that mode, anywhere from around 6 degrees above normal, 3 to our west, and the cold air will be hanging out in the west. Also wanted to show you this real briefly. This is a tropical cyclone ensemble of the European model. And we're watching this system here. It's kind of interesting. This is Bermuda. This is well out. It's not any threat to the East Coast, so there's no tropics mentioned here in my forecast outlook. However, now this is that system here. Again, this is Bermuda, and it's to the south and east. And the interesting thing is, this is another tropical cyclone that's going to get loose and take a track toward Europe. Loop-de-loops. Picks up some steam. You can see 40 to 50 knots of wind. And you can see what could be short of hurricane force, tropical storm force winds easily with some of these gusts taking a track toward Europe. But out into the European sea lanes, that's going to be about it. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.